Selling shoes on Amazon is going to make you broke. If you listen to what people say on Twitter, on all the small Amazon FBA online arbitrage influencer, this is what seems to be the consensus amongst online arbitrage seller. But is it the truth? We are going to look at the numbers. I'm going to look at my number and I'm going to tell you exactly what is my return rate for shoes compared to other categories on my Amazon account to see if what they say is actually the truth, because I've been selling quite a lot of shoes ever since I started selling on Amazon. So we are going to look at the number, we are going to see what the number says. Before we start, if you need help scaling your Amazon business, link in the description, book a one-on-one call with me. We can go over your business, build a plan to help you scale. Second link in the description, Discord server. If you need a community you want to network with, you have small questions to ask, stuff like that, best place to do it, Discord server. Link in the description, join the Discord server. So, the issue with Twitter and with Amazon Twitter is that everybody is trying to build a brand on it. And, people are treating a lot of bullshit just to build brands on Twitter. One of the problems is that sometimes there's stuff like that. Like basically everybody keeps repeating the same, it's always the same talking points phrased differently. And people just engage with that because people, like the average Amazon seller on Twitter is dumb as fuck, because you do not need to be a smart person to run this business. So, because of that, you have bad talking points, such as this one with shoes, that shoes are going to make you lose money, and with a lot of people saying that they stopped selling shoes and stuff because the return rate was too high. And it's actually, like, I'm going to tell you right now, it's actually not true. I'm going to tell you my numbers, and I'm going to tell you at the same time why you should stop listening to what people say on Twitter, because there's a lot of dumb sellers on Twitter. There's a lot of people just repeating stuff that they have no idea about. And like, you see the most dumb takes on Twitter when it comes to Amazon. This is one of the dumbest takes I've ever seen. Return rates for shoes are not going to kill your business. The return rate is not that high compared to other categories, and I've been saying it for a little while. But like, let's just look at my numbers. So, on average, on my account, I have a 7.1% return rate. So, out of 100 orders, I have 7 returns. All right, which is decent. It's actually decent because I've been doing a lot of beauty. So beauty, like the return rates on beauty is super low. And so I'm pretty sure that it brought down my average return rates. But what we are interested in is shoes. And what is my return rate on shoes? My return rate on shoes is 11.04%. So it's not that high. It's not super high. It's not going to kill your margins. It's all bullshit. All right, it's all bullshit. As I said, people are, and we are going to talk about the resellable returns a little bit after that. But I wanted to touch again on the fact that people are, what's going on Twitter. And if you really want to build an audience of Amazon sellers on Twitter, here's a quick thing that you can do. Just download all the tweets of all the sellers that you can find on Twitter, run them through ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to build, to make you a list of tweets, like based on those tweets, but just rephrase them and just keep the same talking point as them, and you are going to be able to build a huge audience because people are dumb as fuck. They keep talking about the same thing, and it's a confirmation bias because everybody else talks about this stuff, and like a lot of false IDs are vehiculated on Twitter. And so if you are an Amazon seller, if you are a beginner, do not listen to what people are saying on Twitter. I think it's counterproductive. Just try to figure stuff out yourself, or buy a course, or just watch my videos, or that are totally free. Because, like, to be honest, if you want to build a successful Amazon business, just by watching my videos, you can build a 6-figure business easily. It's just going to take you a lot of time because I've been releasing a new video every single day since January 1st, so I have more than 200 videos right now, I think. So it's going to take you a little while. But if you watch all my videos, you can easily build a 6-figure business. You do not need all that bullshit. But to get back to the return rate, so the average sellable return rate that I have on my returns on my account is 65.39%. What does that mean? It means that 65.39% of all the returns I get on Amazon are not sent back to me because Amazon is just able to resell them. All right, so whenever I have a return, they do not have to send it back to me. They just charge me a little fee, like $2-3, I think, to put it back in my inventory, and that's it. So people try to make you think that when you sell shoes, you're going to have a lot of returns of people that actually wear the shoes, like they wear the shoe for 6 months, and then they return it back to you. Of course, sometimes it happens, but like there's always the occasional asshole. But like most of the time, like the resellable return rate for my shoes on my Amazon account is 80%. So 80% of the shoes that I receive as returns on Amazon are sold back on Amazon directly. And like the 20 remaining percent, like most of the time, to be honest, when you receive returns, most of the time you can just send them back. It's just that there's most of the time, I'd say 80-90% of the time, the returns that you actually receive back, you can send them back to Amazon. Most of the time, most of the stuff that I received, I was able to send it back. Sometimes, yes, you're going to have the occasional hassle that has been wearing the shoes, that sent you a dirty shoe back, stuff like that. Worst case scenario, just sell them on eBay. You know, just clean the shoe, sell it on eBay. But like, to be honest, it's not going to kill your margins. I've seen some guys saying stuff. This is why I made this video. I saw a guy saying something like, yeah, a 100% return on investment shoe is not going to safeguard you from returns, stuff like that, and it's not going to offset like bad return rates. Yes, it's not going to offset it, but like most of the time, if you have a 100% return on investment shoe, like it's super hard. It's going to be super hard to make it not profitable with the returns, except if you really made a mistake when you actually purchased the lead. But like most shoes, the return rate is not that bad, to be honest. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. As long as you make sure that you order the same product and that you know that the product has a decent rating on Amazon. Because of course, if you sell products that have a 3-star rating on Amazon, and then you start wondering why you get a lot of return with that product, of course you're going to get returns because people do not like the product. And so you do not need to be a genius to figure that out. But like, as long as you source shoes that have a decent rating, that are exactly the same as the one that you are selling, you should not have too much problems like with returns and stuff like that. It's just bullshit. You should not stop selling shoes. Just make sure that it's the right one. The returns are really not going to kill your business. This is 100% bullshit. You can make good money with shoes. And I used to believe that actually before I actually start, because today I said, let me actually check, because I don't think, because I was always trying to really look at high return on investment shoe. I was like disregarding like shoes that had like 30% return on investment and stuff like that, believing, because I was believing what everybody said with return rates and stuff on shoes. And I decided to actually look at my numbers today and see if it was true. And it's actually bullshit. What a surprise. What a surprise. People say some bullshit on Twitter as usual. So yeah, do not be scared to sell shoes on Amazon. You can make a lot of money with shoes. Yes, of course, you're going to have the occasional return. So, of course, if you only buy 3 units and then you're unlucky on one, yes, of course, like you're going to be fucked and your capital is going to get, you're going to get fucked with money. But if you keep buying, like if you go deep in inventory, not too deep, of course, but like it's going to average out, all right? And like, worst case scenario, you get like a 15% return rate. It's not too bad. With an 80% resellable return rate, it's not too bad. If 80% of your returns that you receive in Amazon warehouses are able to be sold back, it's really, really not too bad. I noticed specifically that sneakers, to be honest, the return rate on sneakers is super low. Maybe on dress shoes, I think most of the shoes that I received as returns are more like dress shoes and sandals for women, stuff like that. But like sneakers, to be honest, I haven't had too many issues with sneakers. Kids sneakers, even less. Like kids shoes, even less returns in my experience. So you'll be all right. Do not believe everything that you say. Like, to be honest, Twitter is getting almost as bad as the Amazon seller forum. Like Amazon Twitter is super trash. Do not trust what they say. Try to figure it out. Like, to be honest, it's not that hard to figure out that business. Do not get too deep into what people say on Twitter, because if you do, you're going to start believing some stuff that is not true. And I believed the stuff regarding the shoes. And I've been selling shoes, and I've never actually really looked into the numbers. And now with Sellerboard, it's easy to do. Link in the description. I always say that, but I always forgot to put my Sellerboard link in the description if you want Sellerboard, because you can look at your numbers yourself and have deep deep insights into your numbers. So don't believe what people say. Once again, you can sell shoes. You can make a lot of money with shoes. People say some bullshit on Twitter. Do not believe them. Test it yourself and see how it goes. All right. Shoes are super profitable. A lot of shoes sell fast. You just need to know to read variation and make sure that you source shoes with great ratings. That's it. To avoid returns, that's all you need to know. So yeah, if this video was helpful, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Watch these other videos on the screen if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon. And subscribe because I release a new video every single day. Link in the description if you need one-on-one coaching. Link in the description for the Discord server. And I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.